Sandra Bullock is often celebrated as Hollywood's golden girl, charismatic, talented, and deeply relatable. Audiences love her for the way she balances glamour with approachability, delivering performances that feel authentic and heartfelt. From action packed thrillers like Speed to emotionally resonant dramas like The Blind Side, she has proven her versatility time and again. Yet behind the public admiration lies a life marked by personal tragedies that few truly understand. Betrayal, heartbreak, and devastating loss have shaped her journey as much as her career triumphs. At 61, Sandra's story is both inspiring and heartrending, revealing a resilience forged through challenges that have tested her spirit and defined her life far beyond the red carpet. A childhood on the move. Sandra Bullock's early life was defined by constant change and movement. Born in Arlington, Virginia, she spent much of her childhood traveling across Europe because of her mother's career as an opera singer. This upbringing exposed her to different cultures, languages, and perspectives, helping her develop fluency in German and an appreciation for artistic performance. Yet it also left her with a sense of rootlessness, never truly having a permanent home or community. Sandra often had to adapt to new schools and social environments, learning resilience and independence at a young age. This early instability shaped her identity, creating both a worldly understanding and a lingering feeling of being an outsider. It is this combination of adaptability and vulnerability that would later help her navigate the turbulence of fame while enduring profound personal losses. The struggle to stardom. Sandra's path to fame was neither immediate nor effortless. After moving to New York to pursue acting, she faced countless auditions and rejections, often taking odd jobs such as bartending, waitressing, and coat checking to survive. Her breakthrough came with small roles, but it was the 1994 blockbuster Speed, alongside Keanu Reeves, that catapulted her into superstardom. Audiences immediately connected with her natural charisma and authenticity. She wasn't trying to be perfect, but relatable. However, the pressure of Hollywood quickly followed. Sandra had to continuously prove her talent, especially as a woman navigating an industry that scrutinizes and judges relentlessly. Winning the Academy Award for The Blind Side in 2010 cemented her status as a serious actress, but her professional success would soon collide with profound personal heartbreak, proving that fame does not shield one from life's challenges. Betrayal and heartbreak. At the height of her career, Sandra experienced one of the most public betrayals of her life. In 2010, shortly after winning the Oscar, the world learned that her then husband, Jesse James, had been unfaithful, repeatedly and publicly. The scandal dominated tabloids, turning her triumph into personal humiliation. Sandra's private grief became a global spectacle, and she was forced to endure relentless scrutiny while processing profound emotional pain. Friends revealed how devastating the timing was. Her crowning career moment had been overshadowed by betrayal, yet Sandra refused to let this define her. She prioritized her own well-being and that of her family, demonstrating remarkable resilience in the face of public shame. This episode not only tested her strength, but also reshaped her understanding of love, trust, and personal boundaries. Finding joy in motherhood. Even as her marriage fell apart, Sandra pursued a lifelong dream: motherhood. In 2010, she finalized the adoption of her son Louis, creating a new focus for her love and energy. Later, she adopted her daughter Layla in 2015, expanding her family and cementing her role as a devoted single mother. Raising her children became both a source of joy and a challenge, requiring a careful balance between career demands and providing stability and emotional support at home. Sandra has always been fiercely protective of her children, shielding them from media intrusion and emphasizing privacy over public exposure. Motherhood became a grounding force, giving her life purpose and direction after the turbulence of betrayal and divorce, allowing her to channel her love and resilience into creating a nurturing, stable environment for Lewis and Layla. Love and Loss with Brian Randall. Sandra found love again in 2015 with photographer Brian Randall. Unlike her previous highly publicized marriage, this relationship was private, grounded, and supportive. Brian became a stabilizing presence for Sandra and her children, providing a sense of security and love that had been missing for years. Friends describe him as the love of her life, and together they built a home focused on family and stability rather than fame. Tragically, Brian battled ALS in private, and his death in August 2023 devastated Sandra. She mourned quietly, supporting him until the end and protecting her family from public scrutiny. Losing Brian, who had become a father figure and partner, added another layer of heartbreak to Sandra's life, highlighting the fragility of happiness even after decades of resilience and perseverance. Life after grief. After Brian Randall's death, Sandra retreated from Hollywood, focusing on her children and personal healing. She prioritized family over fame, stepping back from acting projects to be present for Lewis and Layla. Grief was constant, yet she remained committed to nurturing her children and maintaining stability in their lives. Despite moments of laughter and joy, there is a lingering sadness, a reminder of the fragility of happiness and the weight of accumulated loss. Sandra's resilience is evident in her ability to continue moving forward, balancing sorrow with the small, meaningful joys of daily life. Her experience demonstrates that strength is not the absence of grief, but the capacity to live fully and love deeply even in its presence. The cost of fame. Sandra Bullock's personal struggles have been compounded by the pressures of fame. From the public scandal of her divorce to relentless media intrusion into her private life, she has often been forced to endure hardships under global scrutiny. Her protective instincts for her children intensified the challenges as she navigated raising a family while resisting the constant gaze of paparazzi and gossip outlets. Fame has provided wealth and recognition, but it has also demanded sacrifice and privacy, forcing her to take breaks from acting and avoid public appearances. Sandra's story raises a profound question about celebrity life. Can one truly grieve, love, and live freely when the world constantly watches, intruding on moments that should belong only to the individual and their family? Resilience and reflection. Now in her 60s, Sandra Bullock's life is a tapestry of triumph and tragedy. Her professional achievements are immense, yet they exist alongside heartbreak, loss, and the ongoing responsibilities of motherhood. She continues to teach audiences that true strength is not measured by awards or box office success, but by resilience and perseverance in the face of adversity. Sandra's devotion to her children, her ability to rebuild after betrayal, and her quiet courage in coping with loss reflect an extraordinary inner strength. Her story illustrates that even amidst public fame, private pain remains deeply human, and the ability to find gratitude, love, and purpose defines the most profound successes in life. Legacy beyond Hollywood. Sandra Bullock's legacy extends far beyond her film career. While she has captivated audiences for decades with memorable performances, her true story is one of enduring strength, devotion, and emotional courage. She has navigated betrayal, grief, and loss with dignity, all while protecting her children and maintaining a sense of normalcy in a world that often feels intrusive. Sandra's life reminds us that resilience is a daily practice and that love, family, and authenticity can provide light even in the darkest moments. At 61, she embodies both triumph and vulnerability, showing that the greatest achievements are not always those measured on screen, but those lived quietly, with steadfast courage and unwavering commitment to what truly matters.